Hey, Stephanie here from Escape and Paint. How is everybody tonight? I know I'm just a couple minutes early, so I'm trying to look at the clock, y'all. Sorry. Let me move that. So I'm gonna just chit chat for just a minute. Why don't y'all let me know in the comments who's what project you thought was the best so far? I mean, I know we only have a few more days in the month. Which one did you do that you thought was one of the funnest that you've seen? Y'all say hi when you get in. Maybe tell me where you're watching from, but then definitely make sure you tell me which one you've seen so far this month that you thought was just the coolest, the funnest, the bestest. Hang on 1 second. Okay, yeah, that's good. I was checking the internet. It looked funny up there on the top of mine, and I was like, no, you don't need to do anything bad like that. Like, not have good internet. Okay, so when I checked the comments earlier today, I had the most comments for a short one. So I've got it all traced out on here what I want to do instead of trying to stencil, because this is a board that is hey, how are you? Okay. This says Facebook user. So hang on just a minute. Let me see if I can figure out what I did with my phone and make sure it's still on quiet. Hang on just half a second. Okay. I'm going to see if I can keep this on and maybe see the comments on here and see who it is commenting. Hey, Mel, how are you? Okay, it's Mel. That's who's watching. Hey, how are you? Mel, what was your favorite project that's been done this month in Fall Art Party? I like Jamie's, and I think she was one of the first ones. I've liked all of them. They're all really great projects and really fun. Okay. So while I'm waiting, it's 6 o'clock right now, straight up at my time. But I wanted to make sure that I mentioned a couple of things. I used the Essential Stencil of the Month stencil from, I believe it was August. But it had the birthday cake on it. Hang on. The birthday cake. And then it has a party hat. And here, let me switch cameras. This is just so much easier to do that. And I've got paint right in front of me also. I can't see any of that. Okay, so we have the birthday cake that I traced and put down here on the bottom. And it has like icing if you wanted icing drips kind of on that top one. Then I also came in with some balloons and traced some balloons so that the light was kind of shining on them. And then I put the party hat kind of on the top. I'm going to do hey, Jennifer, how are you? Hey, Kathy. I'm doing a birthday countdown. Okay. The only thing that's really specific that you really kind of need to have would be chalkboard paint or a dry erase type thing that you're going to lay down and sticky to it or something. I used, this is from Essential Stencil, but all you have to do this is type it out on paper, put in whatever you wanted, put in the pictures that you wanted, and then trace it on with graphite paper. And then you just paint it in. And I went ahead and traced it on here, hoping that maybe it wouldn't be too bad. I've got like my party hat here, and then the cake, and then the plate at the bottom. Hang on. Let me see if I can do this. The plate down here at the bottom, and I just put dots on it so that maybe I'd see it better. And then I've got happy birthday, and I put 3 balloons up here because, hey, Stephanie. Well, and I got to thinking, I had wanted to do like a holiday, like a seasonal one. You know, everybody's talking about fall is my favorite season. And you could put a pumpkin on here that says, and it have days until fall. And then you could have the pumpkin have a spot in it that you could do a countdown with it on the bottom. You could do a seasonal and then it days until, and then you can put something where you can like attach a pumpkin or a snowman or, I'm trying to think of spring something, maybe flowers or showers, like an umbrella and some flowers maybe starting to bloom for a spring or something like that. And then something for summer, swimsuits, firecrackers, something like that. You could do it lots of different ways, and you could do it even on a porcelainer, because that was what I was asking the other day, because you could do multi-sided, do like a happy birthday on one side and then have a seasonal something on the other. This could be just a let's celebrate at the top. And then you put a cake, and then it could be like a happy anniversary, happy whatever 20th anniversary down here at the bottom, because it's a 3-tiered cake, right? So on your chalkboard paint, you could write happy 27th anniversary, or happy anniversary Stephanie and Philip, or whatever you wanted to write on your thing, instead of having it be happy birthday. I did happy birthday because I knew that you could take these numbers, or you can write your own. I mean, like I said, all you have to do if you don't have a stencil is use paper and graphite paper and then just kind of trace it over it. But see, these numbers fit right inside these balloons just right. So if I wanted to come back and use a piece of chalk, you can put 5 and 3, or then you also have first, second, third, and fourth, like the little bits there for that. So hey, Karen, nice of you to join me. Hey, Stephanie. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do, and y'all let me know if you think this is not really good, because the chalkboard paint, I'm going to use chalkboard paint. I've used it before, and I know that I can use it as a chalkboard. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is, I think the background should be my peacock teal, and it looks so blue on that camera right now. I do not understand that, but this is teal. This is really teal. A teal green. Bluish green, a little more green in it to me than blue, and then I think I'm going to write my words, happy and birthday, in yellow. I'm going to go over those in yellow. And then I think my hat here I'm going to do in red and yellow, and just kind of keep it as primary as I can. I didn't want it to be a dark blue on the background, because I didn't want it to be just black, 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 black with dark blue that kind of just sucks it in. I wanted the blue to kind of pop a little bit. So I am going to do some blue here, some of this peacock teal. So how is everybody tonight?
With dark blue that kind of just sucks it in. I wanted the blue to come.
Sorry, volume was going and I didn't see that. So what's everybody up to tonight? What have you guys been doing? I asked the question when I first got in here, and maybe you weren't on yet. What was your favorite craft or project of the month so far? Who have you enjoyed? I mean, I love most all of y'all's. I've seen every Jennifer and Stephanie and Karen and Jamie and Melissa and Jan and Jill and I can't even remember everybody that's gone. Rita and everybody else. Hey, Madeline. Yay. That's what I said, Jennifer. I said, there's too many for me to choose just one that I really loved more than the others, but they were all fun. Name one or two that really stuck out in your mind that you can really remember, y'all. Just give me a comment real quick. Hey, Shar, how are you, honey? How's everything going in y'all's house? I am talking a mile a minute right now because I'm nervous. Many of you know this is the first time in a number of months that I've been online at all for business purposes. We'll put it that way. What do y'all think of that? That's a nice way of putting it, isn't it? May, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, it's been 5 months. Roughly 5 months since the last time I was online for business purposes. Love the idea of make it once and it's functional for many events. Well, that's why I was thinking celebrate would be a good one, but I had already done trace the happy birthday up here, Stephanie. So I'm just going to do this one for birthdays. I've got a grandbaby on the way, and I'm just thinking this could be something fun and cute. And your house is smelling like chicken. That sounds good. I haven't cooked in my house in a couple of days. I've been living on takeout and whatnot the last few days. I've been busy, and then it's like I'm starving whenever I do stop, and it's like I'm ready to eat now. I don't want to cook anything. Don't be nervous. We're all friends. Oh, I know. You know how it is, Karen. When you have work to do, you just kind of suddenly feel like, oh, I don't want to embarrass anybody. I don't want to be the flub of the group, the one who didn't do it right and messed everything up. And that would be like especially embarrassing for me because, as many of you know, I was doing some VA work for several people. Now, I didn't do live work for them, but I did help to teach them how to use some of these StreamYard and OBS and stuff like that. So I would hate for anybody to think that I'm an absolute goofball who can't remember my own instructions. But when you don't use it for a little while, you kind of start to lose it. So, but I think I'm doing okay. Cannot see. I'm so sorry. It just hit me. I'm down here. I'm just painting everything in right now, just trying to fill it in. I started to have my background already done, but then I thought, well, then I can't show everybody all of it. And I debated whether I wanted to water this down and kind of stain it, make it look stained instead of painted. But I think I've decided I want to go with the painted look instead of the stained, which means I'll probably have to retrace my happy and my balloons, which gives me a chance to actually center it up a little bit because it was off-centered. When I did it, I was looking and I didn't do my balloons in the center because I knew I was doing happy and birthday and I was trying to keep them just right. That's a silly thing to say. You're a veteran great artist. Yes, but when you don't do something for a while, sometimes you feel very, very, even if it's just a few months, like Philip balanced the checkbooks for years. And I know how to do it because I did a great job of it when I did do it. And I haven't done it in a while. So whenever I'm starting to take that back over and having to do that and I mess it up, it just makes you really nervous when you go to do anything you know how to do. And I'm not trying to be like sarcastic or crazy here, y'all. I'm serious. I mean, when you know how to do something and suddenly you're not managing to get it done the way, and it should be easy, you start getting a little nervous about it. Okay, I'm going to turn this around. And I'm going to point if I can move this without knocking over. Lily Roro sends you kisses. She's looking for your voice on the phone. Aw, hey, Lily. Hey, sweet puppy. Zoe was going to come in here with me and just sit over there with me in the room. But the dogs were going goofy. And she was like, Mom, I'm like really getting irritated at them. And I really don't think we want them like barking and making a lot of noise during your live. And I was like, I agree. I don't think we do. So she took him to her room and is in her room for now. Okay, I'm just going to kind of go around the hat for right now. And I'm going to cover up my strings on my balloon, but I'm going to try and go around the balloons. No, I think I'm going to redo the balloons. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so who's worked with chalk paint before? Who's done any of the chalkboard paint? Not chalk paint, chalkboard paint. Sorry, my bad. That was a mistake. I have done a project once a number of years ago, and that's where my chalkboard paint came from. I bought it at Lowe's because I was doing some tiles, some old floor tiles. Well, see, that was me. I worked with it a long time ago, Jennifer. It was like, 8 years ago at least, if not longer. But it's been since we moved to Marshall, so it's been since 2012. I'm pretty sure we were in this house, which would have been October 2012 or later. So somewhere in that time frame. But it feels like that was forever ago, you know. I bought mine. Mine is Valspar brand. Hey, Lynn, how are you, darling? I bought Valspar brand. Now, you can buy some. I've seen Deco Art has some at Hobby Lobby. I don't have a Michael's here in town, but I'm pretty sure if my Hobby Lobby has it, that Michael's should have some. And it was more way back when I tried to make it myself, like cornstarch and some. Oh, wow, Jennifer, you were daring. I'm not that brave. I just went ahead and bought it. I had some leftover floor tiles from a job that I had done, a bathroom that we had done or something. Or maybe we bought samples at Lowe's. That may be what it was. I was given a really cute picture frame bulletin board thing, but it broke. The bulletin board could be a chalkboard on one side or a bulletin board on the other. Well, something happened and it got broken before it got to my house. So I just decided I looked and I saw that a tile, like a 12 by 12 tile, floor tile would fit in there. And I went and got a sample of a laminate flooring tile, and I bought some chalkboard paint. My husband was laughing. He says, I don't know that that's going to work, babe. And I was like, I bet it will. Oh, I know when I bought the chalkboard paint. I painted a chalkboard in the first house that we lived in. I asked if permission from the owner if I could do that. And he said, yeah, sure. We were renting it. He didn't have a problem with me doing it. I was really excited because we had 3 kids and we were homeschooling, and it was just so nice to be able to have an actual chalkboard. And I could even draw lines on it and divvy it up like, Clint, here's yours. Here's where your stuff goes. If you have a question or you get done and you're ready to do some free time drawing, you can draw right here while I'm working with this or that. Or if you need to reference what we talked about in your lesson, it's going to be right up here in this section while I'm over here doing this with your brother or your sister. So it was kind of fun. We did that. And then I did the tile. And I happened to have I bought a 1 quart thing, and it's Valspar. It's kind of covered in the black right now, but I did that. And I loved it. I like it. We actually still have the tile board up in the back room. It's got some really, really old pictures in it. Like my grandfather died when Zoe was 9 months old. And it's got pictures of him with Clint, who's going to be 22 in December, as a baby, as a young one, really young, like a 2-year-old. So it's got some 20-year-old pictures in there, and some other dear friends of ours that we just don't see like we would like to anymore. But their pictures are in there with it because it was a picture frame around it had 6 little spots around it and it had her name on it. And it was just a really amazing gift. But like I said, the center part that was supposed to be a bulletin board or something else, maybe it was supposed to be a dry erase board and a bulletin board, and it didn't work. And I was trying to decide what to do, and I thought, well, a chalkboard would be fun because you can always clean it off and go from there. And so that's what I did. I'm dripping everywhere, y'all. But anyway, we did that. I've got it. It's cute. I love it. And my friend laughs when she's come in. She didn't come over for a while, and then she came back over, and it had been like a year and a half, 2 years since she'd last been at the house. And she goes, you still have my name where I signed it up there? And I said, yeah. I said, it'll probably be there until I take it down. And then when I take it down, only because I have to pack it, will the chalkboard remove any of that from it? Will the chalk get removed from any of that? So she just was kind of impressed by the fact that I had it and I still kept it. I had her name still on there. Okay, I'm going to turn this around so I can reach a little bit better over here. Hopefully y'all can still see. So that's my plan right now, is to get around this and not tear it up too bad. Let's see, we're going to go with chalkboard paint over that. We painted our entry hall floor with black chalkboard paint so the grandkids could draw on the floor at Christmas party. Get them out of our way. We didn't have flooring at the time. That's cool. See, I've thought about doing something like that too. Not because I have little kids or anything anymore, because my kids are all bigger. But like I said, I've got a grandbaby on the way. And with it just being an art studio type thing, it was like I thought about taking paint and splatter painting all over the floor and making it look like paint drips so it wouldn't be a big deal. And putting it down. Hey, Melissa, how are you, sweetheart? Congratulations on the positive report from the retina doctor. I was so excited for you. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. Is love that blue. This is peacock green, peacock teal. And my colors look off. I can never seem to get this camera to do colors quite right. I don't know. But it's okay. The blue would look good too. And I had debated doing a blue, like keeping it in primary colors. But I didn't want it to be too dark a blue. And I didn't know if I had enough of any of my lighter blues. Hey, Lori, how are you? How's it going today? You guys traveling anywhere lately? I know y'all just got home from Branson not too long ago, right? All right, so I am smoothing this out. And like I said, I used an Essential stencil from the Stencil of the Month Club. You can't just go over to Essential Stencil. Hey, Christy, how are you, honey? I used an Essential Stencil of the Month Club stencil package to do this, but you don't have to have a stencil. I'm not actually stenciling tonight. I traced it on because I didn't want to, because I have separate boards. I made this. If anybody wants to know how to make one, you can go to my page, Escape and Paint, on Facebook, and it will walk you through. I have a pinned video, or I did have, that was walking you through making a smaller one, a narrow one, or you can get, like, this has a smaller board and a slightly wider board, and we did 2 of the narrow ones and 3 of the bigger ones, slightly bigger ones, and made it just a little bit bigger. This one's close to 18 inches long, and I think it's 16 or so, 14 or 16 wide. I think it may be 16, but I don't remember for sure. But I did those so that we could, did it that way so that I could make sure with all the boards, the stencils don't lay flat. I've sanded it until I was getting, glad you're on. I caught you. Hey, Anna, how are you, honey? I am excited to get to be here. I'm thankful for the opportunity, and I'm nervous as all get out because I haven't done anything in 5 months, painting wise or live wise, as far as business goes. So I'm getting all the jitters out with my friends hanging out. How's that sound? Okay, I'm going to try and get down here at the very bottom here. I'm one of these girls who likes to have my edges done all the way across. So y'all have to just bear with me. And I almost had just enough of the paint to get through the whole thing without having to get a little bit more. Almost. Okay. Yep, I'm going to have just a splash more. So I was asking everybody earlier, what was your favorite project that we've done this month, that in this group? What was one of your favorite fun things that we did? One of your favorite crafts or projects that we did? Oh, it's all good. We understand. We love you and are cheering you on. Well, thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that so very much. I try to get in and remember to cheer everybody else on. Some days I'm able. Some days I'm just so knee deep in trying to figure out what my next step is. And some things that you just don't even manage to get on Facebook. And then you feel bad because you're supposed to be here helping cheer everybody else on and do your part as part of the group. And then you just can't seem to get in there. Okay. I'm going to just kind of cut that edge in there because I don't want the hat to look like it's totally sitting on there. Oh, who else has seasonal allergies bugging them right now? I know I do. Okay, I'm done with that one. I'm going to get my smaller brush. And I just used whatever brush I could find. You don't have to have, I'm going with the smaller one here just because I'm trying to go around some of these rounded edges a little bit better. I'm planning to use a puff paint and make this part of the hat kind of fluffy. So I'm hopeful that, oh yay. Of course, my hand's going to start shaking seriously now that I'm trying to actually work. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of go in between here on these ribbons. Although I could probably just draw my own. I'm just kind of, like I said, you don't have to have the stencil set. You can do your own. I was kind of talking earlier for a few seconds anyway. Y'all, I hope I don't make y'all sick turning this around. I just got to be able to reach it good. If you didn't want it to be just one thing, like you wanted it to be for birthdays and anniversaries, because it's going to be your family board and you're going to do birthdays and anniversaries, you can say, let's celebrate at the top. And you can say days until, and you can print all of this out and use it, like just type it up, use your favorite font, print it out, trace it off, and do it how you want it to be. If you're going to do a seasonal one, see, I was thinking on a porch leaner size. I've got a small 4-foot board there that I was thinking about doing a porch leaner with. And I was thinking if you did it, hey, Tamara, how are you? Thanks for joining me tonight. I was asking everybody what their favorite one project of the month has been so far. And then if you wanted to do one that was a seasonal thing, rather than having it be a specific birthday like this one, then you could do, like I said, at the top, you write, let's celebrate in big letters or something. And again, you don't have to have the stencil set. I happen to be an essential stencil of the month subscriber. I love their stencils. I love the... Oh, y'all, hang on. My baby wipes got moved. Sorry, I had to get to the baby wipes. It's like, man, I'm getting paint all over my hand as I touch it and turn it around. That's hilarious. Oh, like Karen Arthur Jones Garland project. Ooh, yeah, that one was good too. That one was good. If you wanted to do a pumpkin, let's say, or, I was thinking seasonally, what you could do is do a cutout that you could attach here, like make it where you've got Velcro. The 3M makes Velcro hangers that you can put on the back of pieces and put on this. And you could say days until blank, and it could be somebody's season. Yeah, that's what Jennifer Fox and I were saying. There's been so many good ones. It's hard to say, oh, well, that was my favorite one, or that was my favorite one. So it is kind of tricky trying to say which one you liked best. Okay, so I've got teal. So I think I'm going to do the red down here for the cake plate. My brain is wondering. Should I leave it with the stenciled look and put a layer of green between each of these? Or should I do like a layer of white for icing between each one? Oh, what do y'all think? Right here in between each layer of cake, should I do the teal background? Or should I do, like, I was thinking white for icing through here. What do y'all think? Y'all let me know. I'm going to do some red here at the bottom for now. What color are you making the cake? I'm going to make it is going to be chalkboard colored. That's the problem. It's going to be black like chalkboard. This is going to be chalkboard colored. And then when this dries again, I'm going to do my happy birthday and my balloons again and trace them out real quick. I traced it on there and then it was like I can't paint over it. Paint around it very good. It would take forever to paint around all of that. So the cake is going to be black chalkboard colored. So I was wondering, do I fill in the layers or do I just bring it down and leave it all one color? Like it's one big cake. All right, I got way too much blue still in this brush. Not enough of my brush is still out. Okay. Let's see if we can get, and this red is very thin. Okay, icing color white. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, some white icing and then make a thin layer of icing between each. each layer, right? The wind is really blowing here these days. Today it has been really, really windy. Like we had a bad storm kind of blow through really quickly yesterday. We had tornado warnings all around us. And then today, the wind chimes, I can hear them in here with the door shut and the windows closed, loud and clear, which I'm not complaining about at all. They're some of my favorite sounds, especially that one in particular. But, all right. Yeah, I'm hoping. Oh, like I said, when you don't do something and then you turn around and you're going, you know, it's been a few months since you've done any of this. Do you really remember how to do this? And like suddenly my hand is shaking and jittering, and I don't know why. I really don't know why it's shaking or jittering. Okay, I think I'm going to very quickly blow dry this end so that I can, because it's almost dry. So I'm going to mute myself for just a second, y'all. Okay, I don't want y'all to have to deal with the noise. Okay, I'm back. You can hear me again. Hey, Sandy, how are you? Okay, so what are some ideas, some things that you would think if we were to say days until and really big, like you were to print it up here, what would be something you would put down here at the bottom that you could put a middle in? Like I'm thinking a snowman for winter. That way it's winter and not necessarily just Christmas. Although you could put a Santa, a bag of toys, like Santa's bag, and say days until, and you could write Christmas and then change out the like write Christmas on the bag of toys and do it in chalk. Maybe do it with some red with a small chalk in the middle, small chalkboard kind of cut out in the middle that you write Christmas or something in. A snowflake would be good. What about spring, y'all? Spring is what I'm thinking would be hard to figure out. You could do a snowflake or you could do a snowman because winter, you think that away. You could even do it. But a lot of people are saying, I'm thinking a pumpkin for fall and maybe some fall leaves on it or something. But you could do some cutouts that you could change out and put for a seasonal one if y'all wanted to do something that was seasonal. See, that's what I love about some of these projects. They're very, very, very very easy to do. Okay, I'm going to take a pencil and write on here, trace this one. Because like I said, with it not laying super flat, I don't really want it to, don't want to try and stencil on the boards where they don't lay flat against each other. I'm afraid it would mess it up big time. Now I'm going to put one right here. And I'm going to flip it over for sizing up's sake. Let me put the bottom there. Oh, I got to finish tracing this, don't I? At least get the bottom here. See what I did, because they had different bottoms on them? I just put this one over here, lined up the bottom, and did the string a different one so that the strings weren't all the same on them. Use self-stick Velcro so that you can easily change out the seasonal pieces. Spring till the flowers bloom, maybe. Yeah, that's... Hey, Tammy, how are you? That's kind of my thoughts was the retirement, you say I do, till the baby arrives. Those are all really, really, really good ideas for this. And like I said, I'm doing the balloons and the birthday because I'd already written it on here. But again, you got to remember, I wanted a lighter color for my background because there's going to be a lot of black down here, and I didn't want it to feel like it's a dark net. I was going to do primary colors and do just primary red, blue, and yellow, and I thought, well, the blue and the blue, if I did a primary blue, could be too dark. So I chose a lighter blue. A teal, peacock teal is actually what it is, but it looks very blue on the screen right now, and I'm loving the one on the screen better than this one, but this one's not bad. Okay, so you can see where I traced my balloons, and I did the different tails so that it would kind of be different. But, okay. Now we're going to put happy over here. And for those who don't understand why I'm tracing a stencil, you can do this on, I even noticed that you can put it on canvas. Like I've got some flat canvases that I was noticing the size-wise, this would fit in there if you did happen to be an Essential Stencil of the Month subscriber. If you're not, don't stress yourself out. You can take a picture of any cake you like, lay it down, paint your board, paint your canvas, whatever you're going to do. Lay it down with some graphite paper or take some pencil lead and go over the back of it real light, and then you can trace it. You can even trace it with chalk and trace your outline. Because I have different boards, I have like 5 boards across here, and I've learned the hard way that I do not want to try and stencil over the boards, because when it hits in the middle, it lifts it up just enough that it's not going to lay right, and I have a lot of bleed, and I mean a lot. And it's not like I'm going really heavy or thick with the paint on it. It just happens to be that it is really, it just lifts it up just right to be wrong, and it goes really not the way I want it to. So there's happy. Now see, this has celebrate, anniversary, congratulations, and over the hill all on there. So like you could put celebrate at the top, and then you could, like I said, you don't have to have the stencil to do this. You can come up with your own, print out in your favorite font, and go from there. Now I'm going to turn the birthday right here. Can y'all even see where I'm at? Yeah, y'all can see me. We're good. Okay, y'all have to let me know if you can't see. And I'm hoping that the audio is okay, since everybody's answering me and nobody said anything about the audio being off. I'm hoping that that means it's good. Like I said, I haven't done very many lives in the last few months from this computer or business related, so I'm hoping my mic isn't too far away. But see, I can see this being a really cute porch leaner kind of a thing, and it just being really adorable on a little porch leaner. And then you have the days until going down, like days until, and then when you get to the bottom, you could have interchangeable, like the Velcro stuff, like we were saying a while ago. Okay, everybody can hear me. Good deal, good deal. That y'all could have the Velcro. So the 3M makes a removable Velcro if you wanted to do the removable. If you wanted to glue on some regular Velcro, You could do Velcro. There's self-stick stuff. That would be good. I'm just thinking you want to make sure you seal it before you stick it outside if you are doing the project outside. We're doing the smaller one so that it could go above a mantle. It could go a lot of places. That way we don't have to worry about, you could put this one on a porch. Okay, hang on. That's just driving me crazy. My alarm went off. I'm already on live. Stop telling me I need to go live. Oh, y'all. I had to set an alarm so I would remember to be where I'm supposed to be. Okay, happy. And I've got 3 balloons. I did 3 because you can put numbers in these. You can put 0 if they're only 1, and 0 and then 1 and then, or you could put 1 and then you could put S in one and T in the other, or you could put ST in the one balloon. And so it'd be first birthday or 23rd birthday or 50th birthday or whatever birthday it is. We can go that way. That red is really light, so I'm going to go over it again in just a second. Now, with this being blue underneath here, I'm wondering if I need to do a layer of white on the letters really fast. Boy, this is, oh, that was not good. Sorry, bumped the camera. Didn't mean to. My desk is seeming very crowded tonight, and I don't really know why. Okay. But yeah, you can always just pick what you want, print it out, trace it on, or freehand. I'm not really brave enough to freehand, not on a live anyway, because I get very perfectionist really quickly, unfortunately. And if it doesn't look enough like what I want it to, I go way too long trying to fix it. So, all right. So we're doing white between these. I think I'm going to wait and do the white after I've done the chalkboard. I'm going to do some white up here on the happy birthday. Okay. Well, I thought I grabbed the white, but apparently I didn't. So I had to run and grab it right over there. Okay. So what is everybody doing this weekend? We were invited to a Halloween get together tomorrow night. Hey, Zoe. So the dogs are being quiet in her room now, so she's going to come join us out here. She's working on stuff in one of her art journals here.
You mean friends art journal?
Well, she's making a journal for her friends. How's that?
No! I'll just do the next
3 youngest grandson. Don't feel comfortable freehanding on a live either, so you're not alone there. Well, good. That's... Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and connect these where they were stenciled. And you know, a stencil has to kind of put some lines in there to connect some things. I think I'm just going to go ahead and cover over that and make it all neat and touch. 3 youngest grandsons are coming over to go trick-or-treating. Ooh, that sounds fun, Sandy. We've been invited to a little Halloween holiday kind of trick-or-treat, just have some fun kind of party tomorrow night. So we're supposed to be going to that. Zoe's going as one of her characters from her book that she's writing. And I'm going as a butterfly. A beautiful butterfly.
because I made you get a costume.
And yes, it's because Zoe made me get a costume. Otherwise, I would just be going as me. So, Sandy, do you dress up to take the grandkids with you to go trick-or-treating? Who still dresses up for Halloween? That's another good question. It will be fun. I'm sure it will be a blast. We've gone a couple of times. Usually I don't dress up when I go to these things, but that's just me. I'm just not really a big spend money on a costume that I wear once every year or two. But I got the wings for like $10 and I'm going to wear a black shirt and black pants. So it'll be okay. It'll work easy. Not this year. Oh, Sandy says she not doing it this year, but that implies she's done it before. So, who else is dressed up? I always did with kids, but Millie's under the weather. Oh, well, you could still dress up and play at the house, couldn't you, Melissa? Oh, I hate that she's under the weather.
You know what I realized earlier, Mom?
What, Zoe?
Because of the costume that I'm using, I have to. We have to in Atlanta. How far is Atlanta away from us?
Around an hour-ish.
Which means I have to be in my costume and my makeup by 5:30 because it starts at 6:30.
Yes.
So I have to start.
And you have to make your pumpkin whatever to go with us.
Yeah, but I can do that.
You may do that. That sounds good. Just give her a little cheery, pick-me-up kind of thing. Let Honey dress up and be silly with her. That might make it feel better. That might make it. Has she still got the RSV, or is that something? Is there just her seasonal allergy stuff going on now? Okay. So I'm just putting a light coat of white on here to try and make sure that the yellow will stand out. Stand up. Man, my hand is shaking so bad.
I'd offer to go get us something to eat, but I only have my permit, so I can only do so much.
So he says she go get us something to eat, but she only has her permit. She can't go by herself yet.
Ooh,
Okay.
That's a good one to save for this. I have an entire Pinterest board dedicated to the quotes that I can use for her journal. But the one I'm doing right now is not all who wander are lost.
Yeah.
And then the one I found was stop doubting yourself, work hard and make it happen.
So he's doing an inspirational quote art journal. She's doing the artwork in it and writing the quotes in it to send to a friend. Hey, girl. Hey, Pam. How are you? Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to make this all work. And I'm just going over this with white to make sure that the yellow, when I do it, stands out and really pops. Because I think I want to do yellow because I want it to have some color. Good. I love seeing all of your really cute art stuff in the Painted Soul Creative Journey group. That's always a fun group too. One of our neighbors dresses up as Queen Elizabeth every year and goes to all the neighborhood houses. She still goes by herself even though her kids are in their mid to late 20s. That sounds fun. Just let her go. That sounds like a fun time. Well, Zoe's happy she convinced me to buy a costume of any sort.
I am indeed.
Because she knows I'm not really one of those costume wearers. That's cool. I'm glad that you have a blog going. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's getting kind of messy. Hang on one second, y'all. I got to get a wipe and get that off. My brush smeared, and it's like, no, we're not doing that. It went flat and wide on me. Okay, we're going to go up with the T into that H, come down. Well, I've already written it on here. I traced a stencil to get it on here, so I'm just kind of tracing it. But thank you. Like I said, I'm an advocate for using a tracer and getting it on there, giving me a general idea, and going from there. Because I don't freehand much without fear that I'm going to mess it up.
What's the design so far?
Oh, I like it. Zoe's been working on her friend's art, and it says, oh, wrong way. Not all who wander are lost.
And it's going to look like it's in the cloud.
Cool. It's going to be in a cloud.
That's
That'd be
going to
really
look like it.
Cool. Y'all hang on just a second. I gotta answer the door. A package was delivered. Hang on.
Nearly 10 o'clock. What's the package at nearly 7 o'clock?
UPS comes at 7 o'clock at my house, I guess. We all have to use at least a line to guide us. Absolutely. At least a line to guide us. I know you said you're shaking, but it looks perfect from here. Well, good. I'm really glad to hear that. Oh, there we go. And it's a nice white base coat. I'm going to put the yellow over that so it really pops a little bit, but I just wanted to make sure I got that down. Okay. Now, chalkboard paint time. Now, I don't know if there's a proper way to clean up after this, so I got me a brush that if I needed to throw it away after, I could. What, Zoe?
My recommendation would be to paint everything else before you do the chalkboard paint. Mainly because if something happens, we don't know what's going to happen to that. And if something touches
Hey, Rita.
it, that way if something touches it, you don't have to worry about it getting all over and smearing until after.
That's a good idea, kid. That is a really smart thought.
Because as someone who has messed up drawings before because she's accidentally touched something that wasn't fully dried and smeared it.
Okay. Zoe's telling me to wait to the very end to do the chalkboard paint. The only thing I can think I have a problem with that would be where I'm going to do the white here. So I think what I'm going to do. Hey, Rita, how are you? We've been talking about, well, let's see. We talked about what was everybody's favorite thing in the month as far as the
Halloween.
As far as the fall art party goes. What was their favorite project of the month? Did they have a favorite one? And then we kind of talked about doing like seasonal porch cleaners or a seasonal countdown kind of thing. And you could do it on a canvas. You could do it on a board. You could do it like I'm doing. This is like a mini palette kind of thing. And I mentioned that on my page, I have a pinned video on how to make your own smaller palette boards. Because I can never seem to find one like I like at Hobby Lobby. And that's what's local to me. Occasionally I can find something sorta I like at Michael's, but not always. And I don't go to Michael's that often because it isn't in my local town, if that makes sense.
It's like 30 minutes away.
It's a good 30-minute drive. Yeah, most of us did love so many of them, Rita. I mean, there were some really cute projects all month long. I'm going to go ahead and put a white base coat down on this hat here because I want it to really pop when I put red and yellow on it. the red and yellow on it. And I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
looking at Christmas colors.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say?
So what are you gonna do? I thought I heard the wrong color, so I made a funny joke.
Oh. No, I'm not doing red and green. I'm doing red and yellow.
Heard the wrong thing, made a funny joke.
Okay, we're good.
Wrong month of the year.
Wrong month of the year. Yeah. A great idea to make them. Yeah, well, when I saw this originally, it was like, well, this would be really cute. You could say, let's celebrate, and leave it just let's celebrate. And then you could do a cutout with the birthday hat. You could do a stick-on type thing that has this on it. You could still have your cake and chalkboard, or have some letters and do it 3D on it. Have a little wood cutout that says happy birthday and then somebody's name, and then just stick it on there or whatever, or happy anniversary or anything like that. I'm doing one that's birthdays, and
Probably will be reused.
and Lord willing will be reused for several people.
Most commonly will probably be Ellie.
With the grandbaby coming, whenever I saw this, I was definitely thinking, let's just make something with the big old cake that says happy birthday, and or something about birthdays, and we can just kind of count them all and go from there and play with that. There we go. Okay, so I kind of think I am at that point where I have to do the.
Do you want to do the words in yellow first?
Okay, I'm going to turn this sideways, guys, so I can get to this a little bit easier. But we talked about some different design ideas as well for a seasonal one, like a snowflake or a snowman for winter. And you could do it where you use the Velcro to change out the different things. And then you can have it where, like for December, you can do it monthly, or you could do it seasonally. And if there's a holiday or a birthday in that month, you could just switch it out with a birthday cake. And it could just be like so many days until somebody's birthday. I forgot to tell you, congratulations on the grandbaby. I believe she is due January 1st, which means she could come in December.
Could still be a 2021 baby.
And it could still be a 2022 baby. Don't know yet.
2021.
She could still end up coming into the 2022 or 2021.
Well, yeah.
So I'm excited and scared all at the same time. This is my son who's not married, and sometimes I worry about some of the choices and decisions he makes. I did like Ray when I met her. I don't want anybody to think I'm not loving on her, because let me tell you, she was sweet enough, and seemed to like him and adore him, which is kind of an important part. So I'm hoping it all goes well. Trying to give this plenty of time for the little bit of white up at the top to get dry good. And then I'll just go over that with yellow, and then we can do that.
What color should the words be in, Mama?
What color are they on?
No color.
There's no color behind it?
No, because they're in clouds.
Okay. Well, I didn't know if you were going to do your clouds white or gray.
Probably going to make them white. But I have a way of doing that. I'll show you.
Do it in blue then. Like they're floating in the sky.
But they're already in the sky. There's already blue on the page.
Okay, well then do
Give me
them
some minute and I'll
in.
show you what I'm doing.
Okay. She could be the first baby of the year. She could be. Who knows? Who knows? Miss Ellie's going to be her own little special self. Yeah.
But like,
Can you do them in silver?
I don't have a silver.
I should have a silver somewhere. You'll have to wait.
But like, here's what I was kind of thinking of doing for the clouds. Lilies.
Yeah, that would look good.
Except there's probably gonna be more white, more like this. But
Okay.
probably thin it out a little bit in places.
Well, you could always do a pale blue, like a really pale blue mermaid.
I guess I could use the blue grit.
Her name is going to be Eloise Ellen, and they're going to call her Ellie for short.
I like Elizabeth.
They've changed her name, so I'm hoping that they're going to keep it this way.
Yeah, because we do a couple of forgets.
They've changed her name. They were going to do Elizabeth Ellen, but they came across an Eloise book,
Which Zoe had a Christmas version.
which Zoe actually had one of, so she's going to send it to them.
I'm getting rid of the
But
one.
Eloise is growing on me really quick. I kind of like it. I knew an older lady named Eloise, and she was just so sweet. So, kind of reminds me of her. I know that's not who they're naming her after, but you know how that goes when you hear somebody's name and you think, "Whoop, that was way too much yellow." Okay. What are you laughing at over there, Giggle Box?
You.
My daughter's laughing at me, y'all. My daughter's over there laughing at me. Okay, I'm going to try and move some stuff out of the way so I can get this up under
I get the
there.
pleasure of watching the bloopers that aren't actually the bloopers.
Y'all hear her? She's over there talking about bloopers. Okay, I'm going to start on this side so I can go this way so my hand doesn't get in there. Does that make sense? I know that's not how I put it on there, and I was having a lot of trouble holding my hand in the right spot. Alrighty. So I'm almost done here. But yeah, we talked about several different ways that you could do it with pumpkins for fall. What would y'all put for summer? We all have bloopers, learning experiences. Yes, Stephanie, yes. Definitely learning experiences. Yes, Zoe.
Bloopers.
They're bloopers for sure, but it's just fun. We can call them learning experiences and roll with that.
Bloopers.
Watermelon. Ooh, a watermelon would be good, wouldn't it, Melissa? That would be really good. What else would y'all think of for summer? Or would you want to do it monthly? I'm thinking if you wanted to do a seasonal
themed
one.
Are more fun. Just
Zoe
because-
says a general seasonal themed, and you could
But
put.
what about the boring months that you don't have any plans that aren't any holidays or anything like that? What are you going to do for them? Just put a whiteboard there and say, "Hi, I did something."
Lemons. No, you could. What most months have something associated with them. 4th of July, Father's Day, and now August is the one that I'm trying to figure out. What would you flash for the 4th? I have great grands, Cora May and Ella May. They are older names after great grands. Those are gorgeous names. I love those names. Okay. So I was trying to think of a holiday that's in August. Am I missing one? I know there has to be something that we do. My dad's birthday's in August. That's why I know it, but I'm trying to think. What else? If there's a bigger holiday in there in August. January is New Year. You start off in the New Year. And that one, you could even do a reverse kind of countdown thing, saying X number of days in the new year if you wanted.
Ow. Okay.
I kind of figured you would be. School items, pencils, ABCs. When is Flag Day? Is Flag Day in September or August? And you've got Memorial Day and Labor Day, back to school. And kids do typically go back to school in August these days, so that would probably be a really good August. It could be I survived the summer countdown till school starts. Oh, that's funny. You could do it a lot of ways. You could do it a lot of ways. Okay. All right. Birthday doesn't look too bad. Yes. No, I cannot. I'm sitting. You can walk behind me and get them.
Oh, wait a minute. I have to
Or where are they?
right there.
Oh. Oh, here. I can slide them to your side of the desk. Sorry, I didn't see they were right there. There you
Thank
go.
you.
Yes, I can hand them to you. Sorry.
It's okay. I was like, I don't know how close you are to being able to grab that.
Okay. Okay. I'm trying really hard not to make things all sloppy looking.
Need the white.
I have to have the noisiest assistant in this room. My assistant is making loads of noise tonight, y'all. That's okay. I love her anyway.
I should hope.
Occasionally, anyway, huh?
Mm-hmm. I should hope I'm at least kind of sort of loved.
You're lovable anyway, huh?
That's a debate I have with my friends quite often.
They don't think you're lovable?
No, they do. I question that.
No, sweetheart. You're very lovable. Okay, that one just went just a little bit over the side, and I didn't like it. Okay.
No.
Okay. Paint markers would have painted on this faster. So I guess I could have used a paint marker.
But now with the
But there's
chances
something
falling-
about doing it with the brush that I really like. It adds a flair to it. I don't know about y'all.
Never touch the paint on paint markers. It's very sticky.
I'm trying to cover up some of this white that's peeking out where it was
This is
just a
not
little
going
bit
the way I
white.
was hoping it would.
The freehand looks awesome. Well, that's kind of what I prefer with mine. So that's why I was saying I like
You're
to
missing
do it
a
with the.
paint marker.
One of them went dry,
Um,
or it ran out of ink, or whatever you want to call it, paint.
okay. I didn't know if you knew or not, so I was like,
Yep. I had to throw it away. She was telling me I ran out of my paint markers. I'm like, yep. All right.
at least you know when chaos is happening, because I'm so glad.
At least I know when chaos is happening.
Am I wrong?
I have a chaos maker, y'all.
You say that like you didn't already know.
Actually, I think the dogs are more the chaos makers, and we're just the chaos
No.
tenders.
They're the chaos noisers. They're chaotic.
The chaos alerters.
Something.
Okay.
And it's really annoying. I love my dog, but sometimes she can be really annoying.
You think so? Okay. Now I'm going to
No,
do
I
some
only have
red
the
for the
most
rest of the
purple dog
hat
in the
really
house.
quick. Again, I drew these on instead of stenciling because I don't think on the multiple boards. Yeah, do the other letters first because then you won't stick your finger in anything and smear the paint everywhere. Yeah. Not true. Not true at all.
I tried to keep the chaos at a minimum. You can't say I didn't.
Y'all, she's trying to help me here, but I'm like a mess. Okay, let's try to keep your fingers out of the...
I know that feeling so well, though. The feeling of that on your hands.
Okay. Okay, what do y'all think of the stripes? The yellow and the orange. Or the yellow and the red. It's supposed to be red.
Is it really orange?
No. It's just... For some reason, I'm thinking yellow and red make orange, so my brain says orange. It's orange. And it's like, no, it's not.
That's a mood.
Actually, no, it's not. It's red. There we go. Here's her journal page for this one. Okay, I'm trying to get where it's not sideways for y'all. There you go. Floating in the sky and clouds. I like it. Looks good.
I need to add more light to it.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure I haven't hit my hand in anything it shouldn't be in again. And here's our ribbons on our party hat. Okay.
I'm gonna see how many pages in total, counting the cover, that I've made for Ella's journal.
I'm coloring in these few little spots that I kind of had to wipe down a little bit.
6
There we
pages minus the cover, 7 with.
Cool. All right, so now I think I really am ready for the chalk paint down here. So I'm using a smaller brush so I can have a little bit more control. We're just going to fill it in. We want a nice, even but thick kind of layer there. I have not used the Deco Art brand, so I don't know how good it is compared to this. I've used this one on several things.
Including a wall in our old house.
That's what I said earlier. You weren't here for that part.
Nope. I was listening to music environment. Behaving and causing no trouble.
Babysitting the dogs. Keeping them out of trouble.
I guess you call that.
Okay. Heritage Days in August, that could be interesting. Yeah, good. You could put your heritage on there. pictures of your heritage on there. But anyway, those were all just some neat ideas that I thought, well, I'll share them with y'all because, I mean, it might be fun. I mean, with porch leaners and door hangers and all that good stuff taken off in different areas, you know, it might be fun to have something like that. Okay. I should have started on the other side.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Go! There it is. That's what I wanted. I'm gonna finish letting this one dry and I'm gonna work on the next one.
Okay.
There comes a time in your life when you have to choose to turn the page, read another book, or simply close it. I'm just gonna stop it at turn the page.
I'm sorry, y'all. Just realized I got really, really quiet because I'm just kind of trying to make this as smooth as I can get it.
Keep focusing.
Yeah, I'm hyper focusing on this. I don't think it has to be perfectly smooth because I don't think the other one was because it was a textured tile. But it is very much so one of those things that you just kind of want to pay attention to as you're doing it. And I like to try and go with the shapes so that it gives it kind of that. If you do see some of the streaks, it kind of makes it look like lights landing on the different layers of it. I don't want it to have loads of texture there because it's supposed to be a number going there, but and if you're fortunate enough to have somebody that does happen to have 3 digits when they have a birthday next, you could still put numbers in there for all of them. Happy 100, and then you just put a TH tiny somewhere. All right, I'm going to turn this around so I can get to the bottom. Oh, y'all, I'm trying to make this I'm just trying to make this go a little faster than this, but it's not going very fast. All right.
Straight. Not straight. Ha! I win paper, you lose.
All right. I'm still getting into these little corners. I still want this smaller brush for just a little bit longer. And I'm probably talking too soft. Sorry. Again, hyper focused. So I was just saying I'm using this smaller brush because I'm in this little area drip around the drips. If I had not painted the white there already, I probably would just be, whoop. Ooh, that was almost a mess. I gathered some up on my brush and almost making a big mess with it. So I'm trying to get most of this to go straight down rather than follow the curves up there.
Do you guys a sponge?
I do. You're going to have to come over here and get it out of the drawer, baby.
I need to make sure you do. I'm trying something.
Check in the third drawer on the right.
And third drawer. This drawer. This actually might work better.
Okay. Okay, well, there's several different sizes and different things there.
I'm gonna try something, but I need one of my mini cups. I don't know where to do it. there.
Checking the.
My mini cups are over there, but I can't get to them.
Hang on just a second. My daughter needs something, y'all. If you look on top in the blue basket on top of the.
Okay.
Yeah, just stuck my fingers in the paint lid.
Thank you.
Okay. You found them good. We bought us a desk to hold some of our paper crafting and stuff like that, trying to organize this a little bit better, y'all. So, I'm trying to keep from smearing paint everywhere. I don't know if I am or not. Thank you. I'm so excited. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the other brush, the bigger brush, because I've got more area that I can cover really quickly. It seems to be washing out really easy. I don't remember. I think I used a sponge brush or something like that when I did it before. So I don't remember if there's special cleaning your brush instructions for after you use chalkboard paint. I think if you get it to the sink fast enough right after, it's pretty good. Okay. Again, we want it to be a kind of a thicker coat. You might need to go back a second time with it.
Jeff. Towels or something like that.
Yeah, paper towels right there, baby.
Thank you. I need like a few of these.
Grab them, baby.
I'm trying to just stay out.
Ah!
Did it touch anything?
No, we got it. We're good. Woo! She's picking up some of the napkins to
Got
take to
brown
her
paint on my fingers.
side of the work area.
Well, because it has like page and I'm trying to be creative, I'm gonna try and test an idea that I had to make this look kind of like paper. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a theory. I'm hoping it'll work.
Okay.
I'm not 100%.
That's looking pretty good to me.
Not 100% sure this is gonna work.
I don't know about you guys, but I think this is turning out pretty good. But I just thought this would be a great idea, something cutesy that you could leave sitting around, and grandkids could enjoy having it at grandparents' houses, and parents can have their kids or their grandkids' birthdays all over it. And I just mentally could see it being used at my house for sure.
I really hope this works. If it does, I'm gonna be really, really excited.
Okay.
You think it'll work, Mom?
It'll work.
And I sat down. I need to get something else.
I'm just kind of going over this a little bit. I would rather it be a little thick and have it go in the right direction on these. Have the strokes kind of going up and down with the cake direction. Kind of trying to make sure. Yeah, there we go. And we can always hit a little bit more white in there where it's kind of starting to touch. Hey, thanks, Tammy. I was saying earlier that you don't have to have the stencil. I got the idea from the stencil, from the Essential Stencil of the Month Club. But you don't have to have that stencil to do this. You can find your own birthday cake kind of thing. Do you an oval or a square looking tiered
Design your own cake.
kind of thing. What do you think? What do your cakes usually look like at your birthday parties? Are they only 2 layers? Are they something more than that? Do you want to do cupcakes? Because you could do a cupcake and do a dozen little cupcakes or whatever on here. It's another thing. You could do a board with cupcakes for all the kids and grandkids on there, and then have it and just paint it on there. And then you can just kind of do something to highlight whose birthday it is this month or this week or whatever. But I like the idea of the chalkboard and being able to. Okay, hang on. Being able to kind of erase it and use it for other things. And like I said, I would have done Let's Celebrate, but I didn't happen to have the words printed out and ready to roll, and I needed them ready to roll for me to trace. Okay, I'm going to hit this balloon one more time. Whatever reason, it looks a little thin from this angle.
We're going to need a much, much darker shape than that.
I'm trying to hold this where you guys can see. Okay, that one just went haywire.
Okay, so now
This one went wide. So I'm going to kind of wipe off that fresh paint that I put on there. There we go. We can fix it now.
I really hope this works.
All right, now I can put that up. Now I can set this safely to the side somewhere so that I don't knock it over and spill chalkboard paint all over the place. I've been so scared I'm going to bump this and knock it and spill it somewhere.
No, I'm gonna unhook this real quick.
Because that one doesn't just have a tight screw-on lid or something. Okay, so now
Okay.
ribbons. We can do
Alright, I'm gonna use. Why do I be able to look up one?
red ribbons coming up.
Okay. My pencil. Where's my sketching pencil? That's the most water down. We're gonna try this one first.
Okay. We're almost done, y'all. If you'll bear with me for just a few more minutes. I
It's not
appreciate
bad
it.
enough for mine. It's not that bad.
No, but I feel like I'm taking more time than I'm supposed to. And I don't want anybody to think I'm just trying to keep them here all night long. I'm absolutely trying not to. But
Because if they have a problem, there's their answer. You're trying everything in your power not to. Got a problem, just come back later and see if there's the rules.
yeah. Well, I'm going to apologize to everybody for not having a finished picture in the thing because I don't have but one board left. So I couldn't have a finished project for y'all to see versus the making of the project. Does that make sense? All right, this guy's ready, all except for one last thing. I'm going to put some puff paint across the bottom of the hat there. And I bought just puffy 3D paint. And I'm going to hold that sideways like this. And we're going to hope that this stuff still comes out. We're just going to kind of stick it on there. I want it to look kind of globby and puffy. Kind of like the fuzzy stuff on the some of these hats. When you buy them, they've got a kind of fuzzy, fluffy rim on them.
Little fur rim.
Fur
Like
or
glitter fur.
that's usually got some glitter in it. So, and I've got some glitter.
So I'm correct in calling it glitter fur.
Yeah, probably. It's either fur or it's like a fleece or a cottony looking piece of something that's usually got glitter and streamer looking stuff all in it. But I just wanted to kind of give it that three-dimensional look with that. And I have some glitter. Neon glitter or iridescent glitter? Let's go with iridescent.
Yeah, iridescents are prettier, in my opinion.
Okay. So I went to Hobby Lobby today and they had all these different glitters for $8.99 and I don't need a whole lot. So, but it has what they're called on the back and I was like, okay, we'll go with that. And I don't think I want neon either.
I don't think neon goes with the vibe.
Okay, this is going to come out just the way I want it to so I can sprinkle it straight on here. Okay, so I've got some sparkly glitter. Okay, hang on. Let me get this lid on this before this goes everywhere. That's not what I want everywhere. Okay, can you see the glitter? You can see kind of where it fell off of the board over there. But it's glitter all in that puffy paint, and it just gives it some texture there. And you can see the coating on the chalkboard paint. If it's too thin after one coat, just add a second coat. It won't hurt nothing. All right, I'm going to switch cameras again just really quick. I'm going to show y'all because this is, like I said, it's an 18 inches tall. I think it's, what, maybe 20 long by 16 wide. I think that's just like a 16 by 20. What happened to the color on that? Well, anyway. So here you go. And oh, that was another thing I was going to say. When we think celebrations, we think glittery, smeary, sparkly, or funfetti kind of stuff, right? The confetti looking stuff on here. So what we can do is we can use our puff paint if we wanted to, or we could use glitter paint. And I think what I'm going to do is just use some of this puff paint and do just a few little, hang on, let me swap it back real quick. I forgot this is what I was planning until I looked over there for just a half a second. You can do you a few little streamers.
Would styrofoam be dangerous if it were in the microwave?
Yes, it's not good.
I don't have any paper plates.
Hang on just a minute and I'll help you. Okay, we'll just put some random squigglies and maybe some dots. What do y'all think? Does that look more celebratory? I think that makes it look a little more celebratory.
Yeah, that looks a lot.
A lot happier, a little more party-tastic.
Yeah. I'd have maybe like some glitter to some of that.
I am. I'm fixing to take some colors. Okay. I don't want the metallics. I want this. Iridescent. So, we want some yellow and some red and some blue, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe some even pink, some purple, just because birthday.
I'm just dripping it on here, and I will put it over the trash can when I go to take them off. We're gonna drip some glitter on here. And again, like I said, I'm gonna put it over a trash can. When we get done.
Do we have no paper plates?
What do you need a paper plate for, baby?
To do something and see if it works. Because I need a paper plate and a stinking styrofoam plate.
Well, give me a minute and we'll see what we can find.
We don't have any. We're out.
Are you sure I didn't maybe pack them up somewhere and just don't realize where?
Probably. Pretty sure we're out.
Okay, she says put other colors on here. What do y'all think? Should I put some other colors on here with this? Should I put some other colors on here? Some pink and purple too? Maybe some green? Yes, we'll put pink and purple and green on there. Okay. I have to make one. Toss us. This is the colors. Well, I'm glad you like it, Karen. I was just, like I said, I was kind of playing with the idea of doing something like this. And I'm just sprinkling. Like I said, I'm going to put it over a trash can to stand it up when it dries, because all the blue in the back is dry. And here's some purple. You should have known. I should have known Zoe was going to say, we need purple. It needs purple, Mother, somewhere. That's my little purple girl. That's what I get for her having a February birthday, too. Okay. And we'll put some pink on here. She's not really a big pink fan, so I'm impressed she said pink. But I wasn't really sure what color I wanted to put on any of this, so I was just grabbing some different. I knew it needed some glitter for some sparkle, because birthdays, they have to glittery sparkle, right? You know, just kind of shine a little bit there, right? And I think I want to put just a touch of the yellow in here too. All right. So let me get the trash can really close, y'all. All right. I'm going to switch the cameras real quick so y'all can see me dump it. Hopefully I won't make a big mess. Okay, so I'm going to stand it up over the box and just kind of let the glitter fall in. And I'm sure it'll be losing glitter for a little while. And there's glitter all around it, but you can see all the sparkly, glittery yays. That was so cute. I'm so glad that worked out good. I like it. I will probably make another one. Okay, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for the fall art party. And I thought, you know, if we're thinking of gifts and holidays and different things like that, it's fall time. So yes, this could be done with a fall, and you could put pumpkins and say it's a holiday seasonal till whatever. So, you know, it works really well for a lot of things. You can play with this and make this just say celebrate or let's celebrate, and then it can say happy anniversary, or happy birthday, or happy 35th birthday, or happy whatever the number is birthday. And you could have the balloons at the top, or you could leave the balloons off. You don't have to have the balloons on there. That was the other thing. I was going to do a real quick little. But you can make this your own in so many ways. You could do this on canvas. But if you wanted to do it on a board, either do it on a solid board if you're going to use a stencil, or do like I did and trace it out. If you don't have your own, if you're not in Essential Stencils, you don't have to have that cake. It's okay. It's okay. I did go in and put a little white line up there to highlight the balloons so that it looks like it's got a light on it. But anyway, all right. So thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I missed. Thank you, Pam. I appreciate that so much. And I have really missed seeing you guys too and being on here and doing things. So, hopefully I'll be back at it before too long. But right now with us trying to pack the house up, it's kind of hard to say, I can do this project this day. No worries. Oh, that's cool.
This side's a little bit darker. Looks more like a tree bark, but I like this one more. This one looks more like paper.
She's staining her paper. Okay, that's the camera I'm going to. Trying to stain paper. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Now it's got to wait till it gets way out here again to start getting in focus. Come on, come in focus. I'm all blurry now. We're all blurry. Ah. Okay. So thank you again for coming and hanging out with us. And y'all have fun in this fall art party, and make sure you're watching all the different artists and trying some of their pictures. And if you do one of them, please, 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 please tag me and share it in the comments on this post, or share it in the group for us and tag me on it so I can see it. All right. You guys have a great weekend, and hopefully tomorrow we will see y'all with Tammy, because Tammy from the Painted Soul Studio is painting tomorrow. Tammy, what time are you painting at? I don't know. I don't remember right off. Well, thank you, Sandy, for coming and hanging out with me. I had a great time. And like I said, it's been a few months since I've gotten to do any of this. So I was very nervous when I got started tonight. But I knew I was among friends, and it wouldn't be a big deal if I did flub up a little bit. But I didn't. So we're good. All right, ladies. Thank you again. And we'll talk to you later.